there is a whole discourse done by Gautam Buddha, which is known as Sathipattana Sutra, the discourse of Sathipattana. Sati means the mindfulness, right? As I told you, it is the discourse on mindfulness. It has established hundreds of different ways of practices which you can improve mindfulness. If you get a time, search for this term Sathipattana. There are English translations also, which has established different practices which is introduced by Gautam Buddha, the Buddhist mindfulness techniques. Right? I will introduce you one, because we don't have much time, I will introduce you one and we will do it for few minutes here, right? So here, which I have, as you know that I started saying that Buddhism is not a dogma. Since Gautam Buddha has said some certain techniques, I can always improvise because I am also a spiritual seeker, right? So I have improvised Buddha's technique and introducing this to you. Here what I propose is, if you are interested in strengthening the muscle of mindfulness, you have to at least dedicate 1 hour of your day for a spiritual practice. 60 minutes. You better dedicate at least 60 minutes in your day to invest on yourself, on spirituality. And my proposal is to do it as the very first thing in the morning, right after you wake up. Let's say, because what? You will, otherwise you do not do as the very first thing, you will not do it. Right? Because early morning, when you wake up after a good night's sleep, is the best time to do a spiritual practice. Because in Hindu, Vedic culture, and even in Buddhism, it is recognized, I don't know, don't panic, 4 o'clock in the morning is the best time to do meditation. It is known as Brahma Murti, that your mind is so clear, there's a lot of clarity in the mind and it's very easy to do a spiritual practice. Right? So I won't ask you to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. At what time, at whatever time you wake up, let's say you are waking up at 7 o'clock in the morning, 7 to 8 is the best time. The first hour, right after you wake up. You divide that 60 minutes into 3 parts, 20, 20, 20. The first 20 minutes, this is the part which I have improvised. You do some physical exercise to warm up. 20 minutes, a simple exercise. Right? Don't break your neck, don't break your leg, right? Like at least a walk. But it's always better if you can do different exercise types within that 20 minutes rather than doing a monotonous one. But if you are not used to it, at least start with walking for 20 minutes, jogging for 20 minutes. Then let yourself warm up for 20 minutes. It's better if you can sweat right after the exercise. If you are sweaty, that is best. With that warm up, you sit somewhere comfortably and do this meditation. It's like this. You have to do nothing. You simply sit. You simply sit and gently close your eyes and do nothing. When you sit comfortably and do nothing with gently closed eyes, for few seconds your mind will show you blank. It's totally blank for few seconds. Nothing will come to your head. But after 5-6 seconds, the thoughts will start to pour out. As like a waterfall falling down, the thoughts will fall off in front of you. And you become an observer, create a small gap between yourself and your thoughts and observe the thoughts for 20 minutes. Observe the thoughts. What is it doing now? Okay, I first thought about your house, the second thought about the job, third one, okay, what happened yesterday. Likewise, different experiences past experiences, future experiences, and the present experience. You will occasionally you will come to the present moment and you will hear a bird call, sound of the air conditioner, sound of your little ones screaming, or the husband snoring, the wife snoring, right? Different experiences once you are closed eyes. You simply observe for 20 minutes. Keep an alarm for 20 minutes, then you don't have to worry about the time. If you are not comfortable doing meditation for 20 minutes, at least do for 5 minutes and gradually increase the time. So the next 20 minutes you do the meditation, and the final 20 minutes journaling. Very important. During the session of your meditation, the thoughts which came across to your mind, you have to write it down as much as you remember. Not everything. Not everything. There's no one to give marks for that. Right? This is not an exam. Simply write down whatever you recall. You heard a bird call. You heard a snoring sound. Someone coughed. A dog barked. I remembered my family. I remembered my childhood. Write down. Keep it with you. A diary. Put the date, write down the thoughts. If someone can do this, add this spiritual exercise to one's day-to-day life, he will realize the mindfulness is growing gradually. For such a person, when in the rest of the day, when the emotion triggers you, even without any effort, naturally you will go in towards your mind. Naturally it will happen because you have strengthened the muscle. Now you are a good spiritual sport person.